My name is Mariel Pajuena. I'm the director of the Family Center. So this is a gift card initiative that is a result of a partnership from 4 different organizations. And we're really excited about this project, trying to achieve a bigger goal towards health equity in Archuleta County.
So this project is a collaboration between 4 agencies in Archuleta County. The goal is to provide gift cards for vulnerable populations because these organizations serve the entire county. Gift cards will be to our local grocery store and will also improve access to affordable, healthy food, and education classes will offset the negative health outcomes associated with poor nutrition. This project bridges a gap for the community in terms of food assistance for families as well as elderly people that come into these 4 agencies. The budget for this project is currently proposed at $4,500, and the funds will be used as follows. $1,000 will go to Rise Above Violence, where they will purchase 10 gift cards for $100 each to be given to families supported through their programming. $1,000 will be given to the Department of Human Services to purchase 20 gift cards for $50 each. Gift cards will be given to families, elderly, disabled, and needy that are not part of their other programs. $500 will go to the Family Center to purchase 10 gift cards for $50 each. Gift cards will be given to families that are supported by the Family Center in Archuleta County. And $2,000 will go to Aspire to purchase 80 gift cards for $25 each. These gift cards will be given to families that are supported by Aspire through their parenting classes and will support healthy nutrition for young children.
My name is Isabel Vita, and I'm from the Archuleta County Department of Human Services, and we serve all vulnerable populations in Archuleta County. Basically from cradle to grave. We serve the elderly, the disabled, single families, child welfare families, the needy, you name it. So one of the things that this project is going to do for us is allow us to work with different vulnerable populations that are dealing with specific crises. And the goal of that is we have several agencies that are in it with us, and we each serve a different vulnerable population in crisis. But together we are able to combine our efforts to really try to promote stabilization in our community for food scarcity. So one of the things that I wanted to mention is our office is currently closed to the public, but we're still trying to keep human services and meeting with people by appointment. But one of the things this project really helps us is when somebody comes into our office at 4 o'clock on a Friday and there isn't anything available for them in the community, they are able to get a food card, and even if they're living in their car, to be able to purchase food and eat through the weekend until they can get their food on Monday through the Food Coalition, through the food banks, or through the Department of Human Services.
I'm Ashley with Rise Above Violence, and we serve survivors and victims of domestic violence and sexual assault in Archuleta County. And what we have found right now, especially with COVID, is that the people who are coming in to see us have higher needs across the board. So they have higher food needs, higher housing needs. Their income isn't stable, and so the level of crisis that they're experiencing isn't just around the acts of violence that they've had in their lives. It's around all of these other things that also make it really hard to manage and deal with the crisis that they've been presented. And so part of our efforts are to alleviate some of those other needs so that they can focus on healing and getting through the crisis that's happening within their family and the emotional side. But they can't deal with the emotional side if they're hungry, if they don't know where they're sleeping, if they don't know where their kids can go so they can go to work. And so part of this project and why the gift cards through the Food Coalition are so important for clients that come to see us is that it's one piece of a puzzle that we can alleviate so that they can really get to the work of healing in a different sense. And so what we've seen during COVID is that all of those things are just a little bit more exacerbated. It's a little bit higher. There's just more need happening. And so having gift cards that aren't restricted to just certain things or a certain amount, so being able to hand a family $100, that buys them food for a whole week, where they can not have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, but can concentrate on all of the other things that bring healing to their experience.
I'm Marcy Mitchell. I'm the Executive Director of Aspire Medical Services and Education, and here we try to equip men and women to make healthy life choices in a safe and supportive environment, and we do that through medical services as well as education. We deal primarily with families, parents from pregnancy through 3 years of age. And one of the big things that we see is that proper nutrition can be a very huge issue among families, and trying to equip them so that they can learn how to eat healthy and also have access to food. A lot of what we're doing here ties in with the goal of the Food Coalition, because families want to be able to have access to proper nutrition, and that's especially crucial for young children. So by giving these gift cards through our parenting classes, it not only works as an incentive, but we're going to have an education component alongside that, so that they can learn how to potentially grow their own food, as well as buy nutritious foods at the grocery store, and learn how to provide healthy yet affordable meals for their family.
I was really happy to be part of this initiative in Archuleta County, so we can also introduce a new concept to the families that we are working with and supporting them around food security and food equity. The whole idea is to raise awareness about healthy eating, other sources that families can participate in and create themselves, but also bring them together on a live environment through these group connections via Zoom, where they can work on their social capital, because it's so important to also build on that protective factor around social connections that is proven to be a cornerstone of our entire humanity and the way that we interact with the world. So this project is amazing. It's going to address a lot of things. On one hand, we have the opportunity to bring some sense of equity and give everybody what they need. Then this educational component through recipes, seeds, online training and learning opportunities, and also the overall arching goal of moving everybody into a better space when it comes to food security and the general well-being of us in both counties. Thank you.